All right, so here's the headline. A new Better Business Bureau study finds a thriving online scam marketplace puts consumers at risk for identity theft. This does not sound good, folks. So that's why we have Lachelle Yates in from the BBB to explain. All right, let's talk about this study.
So our new identity theft study found that scammers are using regular websites, password protected websites, and dark web forums to sell our personal information. We have a graphic that shows one of these posts online by a fraudster, and they are putting out these so-called menus of information where they're offering with prices attached for batches of data. So for example, they're selling a social security number coupled with a date of birth for $7, just $7. To me, that's so scary. And then there's other websites where they're selling personal information. They're showing scammers how to they're teaching other scammers how to do this, how to steal identities. And if we could look at that, it's so interesting. Like one of the headlines is, click here to make $25,000 a month right now, $3,000 a day, and here's the proof. That was one of the headlines on one of these other websites that we found. So, it's so very interesting. And our research shows that these fraudsters, they are making billions of dollars from these websites.
And people would say, well, how do I get my name and my information off of it? Well, that's not really an option. So we just have to live with it and then figure out how to deal with it. I know you mentioned social security number, date of birth. That was in that listing. What other pieces of information are identity thieves looking to target?
Oh, they are looking for so many different things. They are looking for our name, our address, our mother's maiden name. They're also looking for like phone numbers, username and password, bank account numbers, credit card numbers, driver's license or identification numbers, and tax information. And they want all of this because it helps them start to piece together our identity. And then from there, they're off to the races. They're getting utilities in our names. They're taking out bank account and opening bank accounts. They're getting credit cards. They're taking out loans. Or more nefariously, they could be using that information to get health care in our name. Or if they get arrested, they might use our name instead of theirs, or even worse, they could file bankruptcy in our name.
Okay, again, the first thing we think about is how do we stop our information getting out on the web, and that is not the option right now. So what steps should we take to avoid identity theft, what we can actually do?
So if you are part of a data breach, you definitely want to think about putting a credit freeze on all of your accounts. You want to also be checking your credit regularly, which you can do at annualcreditreport.com. You want to be looking at your bank accounts and your credit card statements because unauthorized charges, that is a form of identity theft. You want to be using strong passwords and changing those, or use a password manager. You also want to check implement multi-factor authentication. I know we still hate that, but that's really a great way to stay safe. And also never give out personal sensitive information like your social security number.
Right, not your social, not your Medicare number, not any of those things. Yeah, nobody's going to call you and ask for those things that you have to give it to them. All right, so we know that people can get our identity on the web doing all these things, but thieves actually steal our identity the old-fashioned way as well.
Yes, they do. They are still going through our trash. But BBB can help you. We are having a free shred day this Saturday, just 2 days away. So get all your stuff ready. It's going to be from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. in the Whole Foods parking lot in the Friendly Center in Greensboro. We do have a 5-bag or box limit, so just keep that in mind. And we do obviously want to thank all of the people that are helping us out, Market America, Shred Ace, and Whole Foods. But again, it's this Saturday, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Supposed to have great weather, so come out and see us.
That's right. And there's certain things that need to be shredded and things that don't need to be shredded. Like you don't need to bring your old magazines and things like that.
No, and unfortunately, we do see people who bring some stuff like that. We've had magazines, we've had phone books, we've had newspapers. We're talking about bank statements, explanation of benefits, credit card statements, receipts, all of those kinds of things, please bring those to us. But leave the newspapers and the phone books at home.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Lachelle, thank you so much for joining us. And again, that shred is Saturday.